Okay, so Oliveira's just been matched up with Rafael Fiziev for October to headline a fight night. This doesn't make any sense at all to me in any way possible. I really thought there was a general consensus that Max Holloway was going to get the Oliveira fight at the end of the year or early next year. That made the most sense. Charles Oliveira just got KO'd. He would have had a lot of time off to recover. Holloway just got a big win over Poirier. He would have been able to fight up the rankings and it would have been a huge fight. Both huge names, both very exciting. It would have been perfect. At least in my ideal world, that would have been the case. But Max Holloway has come out and said that he won't be fighting in 2025 at all. So they had to give Oliveira a fucking fight earlier, I guess, and Fiziev is the opponent they picked. That doesn't make any sense. Rafael Fiziev is coming off of a loss against Justin Gaethje for the second time and got beat. And before that, he blew his fucking ACL. Why is he fighting up the rankings to fight Oliveira? More importantly, why is Oliveira fighting 2 or 3 months after just getting KO'd flat out cold by Ilya Topuria? It doesn't make any sense. If I'm Oliveira, I'm wanting to stay out. But I guess he wants to jump right back in there and get his mojo back, or maybe he's wanting a retirement fight since this is in Rio de Janeiro. It would be in Brazil. It'd be kind of a good retirement area. But Fiziev is the opponent, and Oliveira coming back so early, it doesn't make any sense. As for the matchup in general, I'm going to lean. It's hard to say because Oliveira is a lot better than Fiziev, and he has a way better record, and he has way better. He has done a lot more in the game, and he has a lot more finishing potential, to be honest. But after getting completely flatline KO'd, Fiziev is a great striker, but I don't know if Fiziev has the power to knock out Oliveira, even with his weakened chin after the Ilya performance. I don't know. It's going to come down to that, I think. I think it's going to come down to if Fiziev. It's hard to say. Oliveira has way better technical grappling. Fiziev has good takedown defense. Oliveira has more dangerous striking, I would say, more powerful striking. I wouldn't say he's more dynamic on the feet than Rafael Fiziev, but Fiziev's track record has showed me that he can't finish fighters that are actually good. And Oliveira can. But Oliveira's chin has always been finicky. It's always been weird, and he's been dropped in every single one of his fights. It's why I picked Ilya to beat him. Fiziev does have a bit of power. He dropped Renato Moicano bad and beat him. He dropped Beneil Dariush bad. Or not Beneil Dariush, Rafael dos Anjos and beat him. He's had knockouts before. Am I going to trust him to knock out Oliveira? I think I might, to be honest. I might lean Fiziev, and I picked Fiziev over Gaethje twice. I've picked Fiziev in almost every single one of his fights. I did not pick him against Bahamondes because I thought he was going to be too big. But the Bahamondes fight has shown me that he's actually he's pretty slick. He's actually pretty fucking good. And he can beat a rangier opponent. And he can hang in there against dangerous people like Bahamondes with power and range on him. It makes me confident, a little bit more confident going into this fight. And he was landing shots on Bahamondes pretty good. Oliveira, he just doesn't have a chin anymore, I don't think. And for some fighters, you can say that they got cracked, they got knocked out, but their chin's still held. Their chin's still probably still pretty good. Like Pereira, like Holloway. Pereira's chin isn't great in general, but his chin wasn't completely compromised after Israel Adesanya defeat. Max Holloway's chin wasn't completely destroyed by the Ilya Topuria defeat. I think Oliveira's chin's always been bad, and I think getting flatlined again and then coming back super early, I think it's going to be a Volkanovski Islam type of deal where he's going to be very susceptible to getting chinned. And I think Fiziev is kind of the guy to do it. He's very slick with his boxing. I think he can find the mark at least once, and if he does, I think he chins him. But if it goes to a decision, I'm 100% taking Oliveira. But as of right now, I'm not going to trust Oliveira's chin. Sadly for him, I'm probably going to go Fiziev. It's just not a good look and not a good idea, I don't think, to come back this soon. But I still hope he wins. Maybe not. I like Fiziev a lot. But yeah, there is that matchup for some reason at lightweight. And this it doesn't really do anything else weird to lightweight. We still have the problems at lightweight with the inactive contenders and all of that, which have yet to have been fixed yet. What am I saying? Have yet to have been fixed. Charles Oliveira was not the contender I needed to have a matchup announced about him in the lightweight division whatsoever. I needed an Armin matchup to be announced. I needed a Paddy. I needed a Gaethje. I needed a Hooker. Those four, pair them together somehow and get those fights announced. That's what we really want. Oliveira's fought and came back in the amount of time, triple the amount of time Armin Sarukian's been out of the UFC. He's been out for like a year and a half. It's stupid. They should make lightweight contenders actually fight each other for the belt. Otherwise, we're going to have Fiziev getting a title shot before everybody else, which would be so dumb. So, we have that. I also have a couple more matchups I want to go over. I have Benoit Saint Denis versus Mauricio Ruffi. That is hinted at, or I believe it might actually be confirmed. But they're giving Ruffi a test, I guess, in Benoit Saint Denis up the rankings. They'll make him ranked. It's a good fight. It's going to be a knockout. I think Ruffi's going to fucking shin the shit out of him. I think Benoit Saint Denis had aura after the Matt Frivola performance. He didn't completely lose it after the Poirier performance. He still had a good first round. But every single fight after that, he's looked like dog shit. I think Poirier really ruined his confidence. He might have ruined his brain a little bit after that knockout because he's just been looking dumber, slower, has no cardio, and got beat the fuck up by kind of mid fighters like Renato Moicano. Renato Moicano absolutely destroyed him. And Renato Moicano is not the most athletic, intimidating fighter on earth. Ruffi might be the most athletic, intimidating fighter on earth. I'm going to go with Ruffi to chin him. We haven't seen Ruffi's grappling tested really to a great degree, so we don't know if it's amazing, but he is Brazilian. He does train with the Fighting Nerds. We know Kyle Barajo is a great wrestler. I am willing to bet he's not going to get taken down and wrestle fucked by Benoit Saint Denis. Or even if he is wrestled and he does succeed, like if Benoit does succeed in the wrestling, it'll be for a round, and then Benoit will gas out, and Ruffi will be able to capitalize and knock him out. I think all signs in this fight point to Ruffi knocking him out. I don't think there's any other way this fight can go, to be honest. So, I'm going to go with Ruffi. It's a good jump up. I like this pacing that they're going. I would have even done a little higher and done Ruffi versus Chandler, given Chandler someone out of the rankings and giving Ruffi a chance to go high quickly. It kind of adds some spark to lightweight once all these old motherfuckers leave, like Gaethje and Poirier and even Max soon, maybe Oliveira soon. We need some new life. Ruffi's the guy. I bet you they do Saint Denis. I bet he knocks him out quick. After that, I would book Chandler versus Ruffi. But Benoit is number 13, Chandler's number 12. So is that really worth it? Maybe they'll do Ruffi versus Beneil Dariush farther up the rankings. That makes sense to me too. Either way, and that would be a good one to fast track Ruffi to a more of a title picture because he will knock out Beneil Dariush so easily. But yeah, there's that. We also have Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. I just wanted to go over this little one just to have 3 matchups to go over. Abus Magomedov isn't consistent. He's consistently mid enough to win. He's okay. He doesn't have very good cardio whatsoever, but he has good grappling. He utilizes it when he needs to, and his striking isn't terrible, especially in the first round. Joe Pyfer has a lot of power in the first. He has good grappling. He's coming off a knockout, I think, over Marc-Andre. No. What is Pyfer coming off of? Fuck. Kelvin Gastelum. That's what he is coming off of. A decision against Kelvin Gastelum, which wasn't super impressive. I think you finished Kelvin Gastelum at this point in his career, but I think, this one is kind of hard to predict because Abus is consistently mid, but he's getting wins. He's striking well, I guess. I could see him grappling Pyfer, but Pyfer does have a pretty good grappling background. And I think Pyfer has way more chance to knock out Abus Magomedov. In terms of finishing potential, I'm going to go with Pyfer. He's knocked out opponents in the past in vicious ways. Abus Magomedov has been finished before by knockout, by Sean Strickland of all people. I'm going to go with Pyfer to knock him out. I think that's going to be my prediction for that. So, I think that's about it. Let me know what you think. I'll see you soon.